Hey guys, so I haven't filmed in a while, but I also feel like nothing's been happening. So here I am a week later with a little bit of tea. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for engagement. Let's just get into it. Today we're talking about the makeup artist who cancelled on her bride less than 24 hours before her wedding to do a rapper's makeup. So JT from the City Girls basically was the offer. And unlucky for Atlanta, this is happening in Atlanta, Georgia again. As far as I'm concerned, I think I heard someone say Atlanta at some point. So we've had a lot of those businesses lately. I don't know what's happening over there. I think it all started with Keith Lee when he went to Atlanta for, like, he was in that tour of restaurants and just like everything went wrong. And I think since then there's been like a bit of a curse that whole state needs to break and then everything will go back to normal. So the girl that we're talking about today is Akira. So this is her on TikTok. Obviously she didn't have like much of a following before this, so you know, just a normal girl, right? And then we have the makeup artist who's called Oles. This is her, obviously not massive on TikTok. However, she has a bigger Instagram presence. So this is almost 20,000 followers. Atlanta, North Buckhead, Pro MUA, Soft Glams, Kelia, I guess that's how you pronounce her name. And she is religious. This comes up later on because, like a lot of religious people, she uses that as an excuse for everything. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Crumbles another bit of tea. I think I'm just not even going to talk about that because I'm like so late to that. Once again, I have nothing against religious people, but we do see this trend a lot. And I would love for my religious people to stop doing that. Please and thank you. Your religion doesn't automatically make you a good person. So when you fuck up, don't say, but I'm a Christian, because that actually means nothing to me or anyone else. It means nothing. Let's get on with it. So she posted this first video where she captions it with POV, your makeup artist cancels on you at 9:22 p.m. the night before your wedding to do JT's makeup from the City Girls, okay? And so like I said, this is less than 24 hours because bear in mind, you usually start getting your makeup done early in the morning, like 10 a.m. It's not that early in the morning, but like early in the morning, right? They'll come in at like 7, 8 a.m., start setting up, start doing makeup, finish kind of around 1, 2, 3 p.m., maybe 4, and then the wedding kind of commences from there. So 9 p.m. is a bit of a push and a shove to find anyone. First of all, most places are closed at 9 p.m., so you can't even really get in touch with anyone that day. The most you can do is maybe message someone the next day in the morning, but you should really be getting your makeup done that early in the morning. So this is obviously not great, like this is not ideal, really and truly. Okay, so it's just story time. My makeup artist cancelled on me the night before my wedding to do JT makeup from the City Girls, then blocked me. I'm seeing comments. I just want to see the video first and then I'll read the comments. So this is the first one that started everything.
The artist canceled on me the night before my wedding at 9:22 to do JT's makeup. So I originally met her July 5th and we did a bridal child makeup.
Bear in mind, what's kind of annoying is she keeps this text up the whole time, so yeah, she ended up skipping a lot of text on screen and a lot of things that she's showing because she didn't set like the time duration on that, so that's a bit annoying, but regardless.
She did a really good job. I'll show y'all. It was pretty much exactly what I was looking for. I wanted like a very princessy like look, like makeup, bright eyes. Perfect. She did have this rule. She said that we can't book her makeup until 3 months before the event. So then I messaged her like on the 27th of that month because it was like 3 months away from the wedding, September 27th. So this was August 1st. I messaged her, actually. Correction. But it was still, you know, I had months out. So again, this is my message. Then she responds back. And I said, okay, what do you exactly want me to email you? She tells me and I email her. No response. So then August 6th, she goes, hey babe, I saw your email. I'm going to open up my site. Thanks. August 7th. Good morning. Just let me know when I can open it so I can book you. August 15th. Hey babe. I should know she was playing games.
The hey babe. Hey babe. Hey babe. Hey babe, I saw your email. Hey babe, I'm opening my booking. Hey babe, what do you need? Hey babe. I feel like if someone uses like babe, hun, lovely, little bit too much, they tend to be the meanest people around. So that's a little tip for the future.
I should have known. Then I messaged her again. Can I book? She said, hey babe, calling you right. I called her on the phone. I'm going to call you right back. We're still on for your wedding makeup. Okay, thank you. September 2nd. Hello, the wedding's in 24 days. Are you able to do my makeup or not? Because at this point,
if you are 24 days away from doing your makeup and the makeup artist is not confirmed and is skirting around the topic, find a new makeup artist ASAP. These things get booked like a year in advance because makeup artists for bridal are booked and busy in advance. 24 days, less than a month. Like it's literally less than a month. That's no time. No time. And then you struggle to find anyone else because everyone's booked a year ahead. So you need to book a year ahead. And if you're still begging someone to do your makeup 24 days away from your wedding, get looking somewhere else quickly.
I DM'd her, I called her, messaged her, but she did so perfect on my makeup. I really want her to do it. She said, hey, babe, it's the 27th. I can do it. So she explains all of this. She's waiting on confirmation from another client. I don't know why, when, I had reserved 3 months ago, like, talked to her, had the trial, been trying to book, but okay. And at this time, we talked on the phone. I'm like, you're going to be there. She's like, I am. I'm so sorry. Like, and I'm a Christian. We talked about Christ and all this other stuff. And I was just like, okay, you know what? She's been finicky, but it's okay. It's okay. She said, we're good. So my wedding was, again, September 27th. Hurricane Helene came, and it was raining that morning, but it should have been clear that afternoon. So we had talked on the phone that morning. I called her. She said she's good. We're good for today. And then she texted me this later on.
Hey, looks like the weather is worsening, so let me know if anything changes. I think she already had City Girls booked at that point, like JT booked at that point. I was kind of hoping that you would say, yeah, we're postponing the wedding, the weather's gotten worse, we can't do it, and then she would be able to say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, while like literally doing JT's makeup. But because you didn't change anything, she then obviously just had to cancel on you, and that's probably why she cancelled so late in the night, because she was trying to figure out a way to almost have it be your fault rather than her fault, which is interesting.
The weather look like it's worsening. Let me know if anything changes. I go, hey, thanks for the concern, but they said, because they gave us an option. They said, okay, you can keep it for the 27th, or you can move it to the 28th. But a lot of my family came in town from out of state, so I said, we're just going to keep it on the 27th. The weather looks good. Why? So that was this morning. Why at 9:22 p.m.? Hey, I'm sorry, JT just booked me for New York tomorrow. I'm going to call with her, so I have to go. I'm looking for a makeup artist for you right now. I go, girl, ain't no way. You knew you had my wedding. I'm so confused. I know you just not canceling the night before my wedding. Why go on Instagram? She's already with JT. She was already gone out.
That's why I said, she asked in the morning, hey, like, weather's looking bad. What's happening? Because she was already, like, she had already accepted the JT job, right? So she was expecting you to say, yeah, sorry, the weather's gotten bad. Like, she thought she was getting away with it. Like, she thought she struck gold, really, with this tragedy, essentially. And then you said, no, like, we're still doing it. And she thought, oh, shit, what do I say? And then she got busy with JT, having fun, felt like, oh my God, my career's about to blow up because of this. And then just, like, remembered about you at around 9 p.m. and went, oh shit, I should probably message her back. And then we know the rest. So someone said, baby, 100% your fault. Ain't no way you begged her to do your makeup like she was the only makeup artist in the state. Wow, did she send someone else for you? Or you had to find someone else? Did you ever get your makeup done? Now she's on Instagram saying how she's being humiliated and trying to bring God into this. She's a wicked soul. This is why it's important to book bridal makeup artists for your wedding. Regular artists don't see the importance of weddings. True. I understand wanting a celeb client, but I'd never cancel on someone's wedding. Oh my God, that was horrible. Yeah, it's like I guess selfishly, like, she knew that this wedding wouldn't do much for her career as opposed to literally doing a celebrity's makeup. So she kind of made that substitution there, and she kind of weighed up the pros and cons. But I just think with the way social media is right now, anyone can go viral for anything. So there is always that risk that someone will expose you and it will bring more harm. Because I think back in the day, this would have happened and you would have not heard about it. Like, that person's career would have boomed, they would have done a celebrity's makeup and you would have never heard of it. But now with how TikTok works, like, this person is literally on 5,000 followers and maybe even less before she did this series, right? Because people follow out of kind of wanting to see the rest of the parts. So this is literally like a nobody on the internet, right? And suddenly everyone's commenting on your stuff. You've now limited your comments, a bunch of things. So I just think it might not be worth the risk nowadays to do that. Now here's part 2.
Okay, this is a good question, and it leads to part 2.
So someone said, wow, did she send someone else for you? Or that's the comment that we read. Did you have to find someone else to do your makeup? Did you ever get your makeup done?
So she did try to find somebody for me to go to. She sent me these 2 light-skinned girls and said that she's available tomorrow and her work's amazing. I said, well, I paid you to do a bridal trial, and I booked you for the wedding makeup. Like, why are you doing this?
And that's why you get a bridal trial, is so that you can see what you like, see how the makeup holds up, and if it holds up throughout the day, they'll usually ask you to keep the makeup on for as long as possible and take update pictures throughout the day just to see where do we need to add more powder, do we need to change up the routine, blah blah. Like, if someone is specializing in bridal makeup, they'll literally make you do all this stuff so that on your wedding day everything looks and stays perfect. So now that she's done this bridal trial with someone, like, she literally can't. That'll be the first time this new person is doing her makeup, so they're not going to know any of this prior stuff. So it's just going to be like the draft, but it's now the final product.
Because I'm not famous. And then I said, refund me all my money, because she refunded me half of the money the day after my wedding. So that was for when I booked her to do my wedding. But then I paid for a bridal trial, which was like, okay, I want you to do my wedding makeup, and you're available to do my wedding makeup. So I want both of my money. Give me all my money back. She said, I'll refund you. Do you want to confirm with her? Where's your Cash App? I found the girl's Instagram. I did not like the way she did makeup on dark-skinned people. As y'all can see in the first part, that's not the type of makeup look I want, and I just don't personally like it. This is like a up close, and no offense to whoever Instagram this is, honestly. I just personally don't like it. And I told her that. I said, I don't like the way she does dark-skinned people. Does not look good. She goes, you're not dark-skinned. And she does very good work. I've seen it in person. So I respond, I said,
how are you telling someone, first of all, what skin tone they are, and then 2, what they're supposed to find nice to look at? Like, this girl literally said, that's not what I want my makeup to look like, and you said, no, but it looks good in person. It's like, that's not the point. Like, that's just not the point.
Dark skin. I just told you I don't like the way she does the makeup. You're saying you've seen it in person and I'm not dark skin. What does it have to do with how I feel about someone doing my makeup on my wedding? I said, you're literally not responding to anything important I'm saying. How are you going to cancel on me the night before my wedding? You just confirmed this morning. I said, girl, I see you in court. I said, and I'm reporting you to the board. But then I tried to find her on the board and her name didn't pop up. So maybe she's unlicensed. I don't know. Then the day of my wedding at 12:38 p.m., she goes, hey, Kylie Young Miami's makeup is available for 3 p.m. Girl, it's 12:38. My wedding starts at 5. Why are you texting? Don't even.
This is what I meant. Like, people are supposed to be showing up to do your makeup at literally the crack of dawn and then start getting your makeup ready so that you're done by X amount of time. You still need to get your hair done and you put your dress on, and you don't want to put your dress on before your makeup because then the makeup spills on the dress. So it just need a lot of time, and then like last minute touch-ups before you go out. And so like someone being available at 3 p.m. when the wedding's at 5.
See no more. I did find somebody to do my makeup. I'll tag her here. So this is actually who ended up doing my makeup. Her name is Tells Makeup on Instagram. She was so sweet. She was literally so amazing. Super last minute, that morning she texted me because I was like the night before crying, messaging every makeup artist I know, and she messaged me back and was like, I can take you that morning, and she did amazing. I feel like I was a little hard. I'm like, can you do it like this and like this? And she worked with me 10 out of 10.
Well, at least in the end, someone did her makeup right, so that's good. She's now threatening to Keller Williams. And sent me a cease and desist to take it down. I'm making a part 3. She was trying so hard to refer you to the others because she knows she was wrong and probably felt bad. Also, bridal makeup is so different than just getting makeup done. Like, it's so important. She's not on the board, then she's not licensed. You could get her fined heavily. She should refund you everything because she denied you the opportunity to be able to do another trial for someone else due to timing. The way you're talking to her is so valid. Get your cousin to book a regular appointment, show up, and you know what to do. I'm not condoning violence, guys, but that was pretty funny. Then we have this one.
So this morning when I posted the video, she sent me a text saying, hey, can you send me the video of TikTok? I can't find it. I don't know if someone sent it to her, comment on her Instagram. She then goes on my TikTok and posts this. I didn't block your number. I blocked your Instagram because I figured this would happen. Again, I apologize, babe. I do your makeup for free for twice to make up for it. I go,
like, you're gonna do her wedding makeup again? Like the wedding that just happened? Because that was the important one. Like, what is she offering to do? Like birthday makeup? As if that's as important as doing wedding makeup. It's... Also, you're probably going to flake on her anyway because you did the first time. And then there'll be someone else that needs you to do their makeup.
Do you do this often? You knew this was going to happen, huh? I said, I don't need my makeup done. I needed it done for my wedding, right? And before she...
Yeah, also the fact that she knew that this video was going to be made. Like, she knew she was going to get called out. That's either because she's seen other people get called out or she does this a lot and maybe has gotten away with it until now and then, like, being really flaky. But now she didn't get away with it.
Then she commented one more and said, yes, it was me. I didn't even tag her on TikTok. I didn't tag her, nothing. She wanted to comment herself. Now she's texting me and saying she's going to take me to court now. So then she sends this basically saying, I understand you're upset about the situation, but trying to expose and tear down my business isn't going to change the past. I referred you to multiple people. I would hate to send your workplace, Keller Williams, a cease and desist letter. If you don't delete the video, we can go to court like you mentioned. First of all.
Also, what's her place of work got to do with this? Like, why would you send the cease and desist to her place of work? As if they're the ones speaking out on you. A cease and desist is like, C's speaking about me. The workplace isn't speaking. Like, this is just obviously a tactic of being like, I'll get you fired. But it just makes no sense. They'll just throw it in the bin.
She blocked me on my work page too. I put my real estate license on inactive because I'm still in college. Okay. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just finish and then I'm gonna go back. So I don't know where you think you're going with this, but you're going nowhere. Second of all, I can take you to small claims court and get up to $15,000 from you, by the way. But if you like I said, I was planning on doing it anyways, but you go ahead, let's do it. So she's basically threatening me now. I said, okay, let's do it. And she said, okay.
Fun. Oh, what are the comments on this one? Can we see the wedding looks? She can't take you to court if she's not licensed. Let's do it. Now that's my kind of carrying on. Please let her take you because baby, you're going to win. I'll update everybody to this comment. Lol. The let's do it was the best response. She was stumped. And then I think we have the last part now.
Okay, I'm going to respond to this because I got this a lot.
So this is the original comment that says, baby, 100% your fault. Ain't no way you begged her to do your makeup like she was the only makeup artist in the state.
Kind of begging, but her work was really, really good. So for the people who kept saying they didn't see it, I'm going to post a picture right now. We have this, and then we have this. Like, that's literally like perfection. It looks like filters on me. Like, the girl can do makeup. And there are other makeup artists, but like the style, especially like Atlanta style, is not like that. It's more like the dark waterline, smoky. And I've had my makeup done, I think like maybe 4 or 5 times professionally, and they all give me that really heavy contour, and it's just not what I like. Like, it was actually really hard to find a makeup style like that. I found one person before her, and this answers another question. Why didn't I go to a bridal makeup artist? I found one in Atlanta, and I messaged her all the way in April, but she just wasn't available for the date, and I'll post that up here. Scoot out the way, but this is April 1st, and then she just said she's booked out of state for this wedding date.
Well, I just know all bridal stuff is so difficult anyway, so yeah. Someone brought it back to a different drama that we talked about, the key look. You guys know the story of that one if you're a friend of the channel. If not, look at the key look video. The key look wouldn't have done this. She would have stayed the whole wedding and had you right. When you go to a bridal trial and she executes the look you want, it's hard to want to find someone else. You've already envisioned how you're going to look on your wedding day. And she said, thank you, that's exactly what happened and how I felt. Yeah, that's not how it works. Once you have the trial done and it's exactly what you want, you have to stick with it. Girl, you're better than me, because how is it your fault she cancelled on you? Don't explain yourself to these people. We're gonna get the response. I'm always so excited when someone actually does respond, because it's always so unhinged and just unnecessary. But here it is, and it's an 8-minute long video, so I'm probably gonna have to end up cutting it down a lot in edit, unless there's some juicy stuff for 8 minutes.
Crazy being publicly humiliated, but when you're in Christ, I don't.
Less than 5 seconds in, but when you're in Christ, like just from the get-go, she's setting the tone for what this explanation is going to be, and that's interesting.
To social media in the world for acceptance, mercy, grace, compassion, like I look to God for it. So for everybody that's trying to humiliate me, make me feel small, I serve the God that created the world. I serve the God that created the world. And so even in my mistakes, God forgives. Even in my mistakes, God has grace and mercy. He's sovereign, but y'all don't know that because y'all don't know God. So I hope y'all take this time to find him. And I'm praying for you guys, just like I prayed for the girl. She was crying. I'm gonna pray for y'all, because even in my apology, even it's never enough. The world.
But like, when did she say sorry? Like, she said, "Oh, I'll do your makeup again," but it's like it's not the point. Also, I don't mean to get onto a very controversial topic, but there's just something about the way she speaks that's very cultish. Just from the get-go, 5 seconds in, oh, you know, all I respond to is God. People like that tend to be the most self-serving, selfish people, because they think they can do wrong by everyone on the planet and then just close it out with, no, I'm just serving God. Okay, well, how about you start serving people right and like treating other people well? Because isn't that what God wanted? Right? It's for everyone to treat everyone with kindness. But you're like, no, I'm allowed to treat people like shit because all I care about is serving God. It's like, you're not serving God by treating other people like shit. And that's just what gets me. Okay, and it's also just like the hypocrisy of the city girls aren't exactly rapping about very like Christian stuff, and so just the idea of her skipping out on a wedding makeup, like the most traditionally godly thing to do is get married, right? That's like very Christian and traditional, to go and do a city girls makeup. People that rap about like sex and profanity, which like I don't care about. I don't care because I'm not Christian. Isn't the whole Christian thing to be like quite a prude and like traditional, and like, so like someone is literally asking you to do makeup on their wedding day, and they're also Christian, so they're marrying, you know, in front of God and you know, holy whatever stuff, right? I don't know the verbiage because I'm not religious. So you skipped out on that to do JT's makeup from the city girls, and that's your Christian, and like God's gonna look down on that and be like, you slayed. You did so good making that choice. It's like, once again, I love the city girls because I'm not religious and I just don't, you know, I don't do the traditional Christian stuff. But if you do, like, surely you're not, this isn't making sense, right? Like JT songs, like what songs does JT have? Twerk, right? No Bars, Sideways. I just want to like JT lyrics. I just want some lyrics, which are like the big ones. I'm just trying to pick one with the most. No Bars, I guess, is a big one. I think this one was big on TikTok as well. Oh yeah, like it's not very Christian, which once again, like I don't care. Like me, I personally don't care. I love this music, but like this isn't very Christian. So like I said, to skip out on a wedding in front of God to do a rapper's makeup, something ain't adding up there. But you did what you had to do to propel your career forward. And you can just say that. Like, I would have had so much more respect for her if she just came on camera and said, I did it selfishly because I knew it would be more beneficial to me and my career than doing a random person's makeup. And I did that knowing that I was going to screw her over because I did that self-serving for myself. And I would have almost respected that more than coming on here in 5 seconds in saying, I'm only here to serve God. So what I did here, this is all because I am a child of the Lord, and that's how that goes.
Hates you because people who don't even know me are in my inbox. Y'all don't know me, but guess what? The Bible says, touch not my anointed. Touch not my anointed. God will exalt you above your enemies. He will use your enemies as a footstool. So am I worried? No. I already talked to God about this because I want to represent God's kingdom professionally, I do. I want to be a good steward with my business, because I want to represent him well. And in this moment, I fell short. And I have fallen short many times in representing my business unto God. But he's doing the work in me. And so we're going to move on from this, and that's fine. But it's just crazy how the world will tear you down. Nobody has emailed me to tell me how proud they are of me, of how many good things I've done. But one thing that you see, you don't even know me, you ready to tear me to shreds. That shows what your heart looks like. But this is why you can't put your faith in the world. The world hates you. The world is here to destroy you, to give you a lack of faith, all of this stuff, tear you apart, publicly humiliate you. They don't even know you. They ain't never even like the picture or post, nothing. But here to tell you stress. But guess what? I never look to y'all for validation, to tell me who I am. God tells me who I am. God redeems me. He's a restoration God. So I don't need you. Okay? I don't need you. I need Jesus. And that's who I have. And I hope that you can.
What you need is some values and morals and ethics. Because I think that will bring you closer to God, if anything. Wow. I haven't heard a more selfish person in a while. And yet, 2.5 minutes in, all she's talked about is the God, religion, Christ. But she is the most self-serving, selfish person I've seen in so long. And that's ironic. That is so ironic. And the idea that, oh, well, no one was there to support me, but now they're here to tear me down and humiliate me. Do you know what was tearing another woman down and humiliating someone is like messaging them 12 hours before their wedding day and saying, oh, I'm cancelling on you to do someone else's makeup. Bye. That is everything you said people are doing to you. That's what it is to someone else. But you don't see that. And it's like the whole, the Lord will put you above your enemies, but like you are someone's enemy. So they're saying the same about you. And it's just such a circle, And
too, because the unforgiveness that you have in your heart for somebody that didn't hurt you is insane. The fact that y'all are willing to speak for this woman and have hate in your heart for me, for somebody else, just shows that you already had it in your heart. I'm just in your path. There's no way you can be that mad at somebody that didn't hurt you. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to give my life to God again. I honor him every day. I'm going to honor God. And where will you be? On the next post, trying to tear somebody to shreds, who's getting canceled. You cannot open a door that God closed, and you can't close the door that God opened. Don't you understand that? It's never about the makeup. It's never been about the makeup. I can go in any field and excel because I have God who created the earth. So if you really think...
Right. Okay. So if I find God, right, somehow, my atheist self, if I find God and I tomorrow decide to open a plumbing business, knowing absolutely nothing about plumbing, is it going to work just because I've got God on my side? Like, why don't more homeless people have God on their side? Why don't jobless people have more God on their side if it's so easy? And God, as long as you believe in God and you speak to him, why doesn't he... Now I'm starting to get... Now I'm going to get cancelled by the Christians. I'm sorry. I don't mind Christians. I really don't. I don't judge people based on if they are religious, aren't religious, what kind of religion they have. I judge what's coming out of your mouth. And what's coming out of her mouth right now is absolute BS. So that's it. I'm going to leave that there. Well, there's still 4 minutes of the video, so hopefully it doesn't say anything else that's going to set me off. But I hope all my Christian people are not angry at me. And I hope that we all see the same thing. We're on the same page about how God and Christianity should not be used as a crutch when you're a bad person. And I hope even Christians can agree with me on that. That it should not be used as a crutch when you're a bad person. Because I'm sure God wouldn't like that either.
That this is going to do anything in my life. It's going to exalt me. Okay? You're giving me publicity. You're giving me attention. I don't need it from y'all, though. I just need God's grace and mercy. I just need to know that God still loves me. And God is going to help me with wherever I fall short in my business. So the enemy is the God of this world. Right? So, this is what he wants me to feel from this, which is shame, guilt, like I'm not good enough, like I'm like all of these things. He wants me to internalize all of these negative feelings that people are projecting onto me. And I almost got into that space. And then I was reminded, wait, the world has no mercy, but God does. The world has no compassion, but God does. The world has no forgiveness, but God does. Unlimited. So I can fall short and know that God still has his hand on me. God is still working in my life. I don't have to feel the shame that y'all want.
I'm going to have to stop this right here. Whoa. There is just so much happening here. Is she going to say anything kind of else?
I just hope that this energy doesn't spill over into her marriage, because the blessing was that she found somebody else.
Whoa, it got unhinged very quickly. Let me just put it back a minute, maybe.
Okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, but the Bible says that vengeance is not ours, it's God's. So I don't have nothing in my heart against this girl that's trying to tear me down. I'm praying for her, that God would soften her heart and help her to forgive.
Trying to tear me down? This is basically just a review. Like, there's everyone that go on Yelp and give a 1-star review to a restaurant. Like, are they praying on someone's downfall? Do you have to pray for them because they've like vengeance in their heart? No, you fucked up. Yeah, okay, you're a bad, unprofessional business person. That's what I'm gonna say about that. You're unprofessional. You don't deserve to have a business. Someone gave you a bad review. That's it. You don't need to pray for her. She doesn't have vengeance in her heart. You're just a selfish, self-serving, unprofessional person.
And just enjoy her marriage, because it's such a sensitive time, inviting such dark energy onto somebody who's a child of God and that you know is a child of God because you experienced, like you had an encounter, you know, and I just hope that this energy.
So if you're religious, are you not allowed to criticize other religious people because then you're putting like bad thoughts on a child of God and that's going to somehow bounce back on you and you're going to get like like, can Christians please let me know in the comment section, like is that how it works? If you see a Christian person doing something wrong and you criticize them, will God punish you for speaking poorly on a child of God? Because I just didn't really know that that's how that worked. But someone wants to enlighten me, please do. Feel free. I'll be in the comments after I post this video. So
spill over into her marriage, because the blessing was that you found somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But don't dwell on the dark. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on what didn't go right. Like, dwell on what is going right. Like, you got a husband. You married. There's so much to be grateful for. You know, you found love. And so I pray that she just gets to rest in that and not this. Another thing this has taught me is just like, you can't put don't waste your energy trying to get back at somebody that is a child of God. I'm telling you, just trust that God is going to work things out. Don't be trying to get vengeance, because that's going to mess you up. Trying to take life into your own hands, trying to take the power. It's never going to be enough for you.
Camera stopped recording. This was extremely delusional, and I don't know what it is about people like her just having such an issue with accountability and just taking accountability and being accountable for bad actions, instead of it being this whole like you're putting bad energy on a child of God. And like, this is just called taking accountability for f***ing up and being a bad person, you know, like you're just a self-serving person. Anyway, she posted more, but I don't have everything. I know she also posted a video the next day basically being like, oh, a lot of people in my life checked on me because they can see what I'm going through. Once again, like, that didn't have to be public. You can just respond to their messages. If they're worried about you, just text back and say, yeah, I'm fine, instead of putting it online and trying to get pity from people. But she also apparently posted this. I think this girl posted some extra stuff, Alexandra, on her Instagram, and I guess she was putting everything on her stories. That's why it was hard to, like, if you didn't screen record it or screenshot it, that's you done. She posted this text. By the way, this wasn't a normal wedding makeup service. She even almost changed the dates one day before. I typically only do bridal party with a minimum of 5 bridesmaids. This is why she was only able to book me within the same month like my regular clients and not in advance. The girl was coming to my house for a regular appointment to go to a wedding. There was no wedding contract or bridal party. Her bridal party was doing their own makeup and hair. Even after I offered to charge $100 per person, I shouldn't have cancelled nonetheless, but people do anything for clout. I'll never cancel a real bridal party in my life. But that was a real bridal party, and like, you agreed to those terms and then you changed them because of JT. Like, you didn't pull out because the girl was being iffy or changey or blah, 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 blah. You agreed to those terms. And then you got the option from JT. I don't know why you're just ignoring that. Like, obviously you didn't cancel it. If JT didn't reach out to you, you wouldn't have cancelled that bridal party, right? Like, so weird. She said that's the last thing she will say about that. What are the comments on this saying? A demon talking about God. Yeah, it was painful to watch. She's delusional, she's a liar, she knew, and as a Christian, don't use God to gaslight. God ain't have anything to do with this. I agree. Yeah, I agree. So that's basically that. Let me know what you guys think, whether you're religious or not. Just let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit the bell icon for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.